This is Electricity Bill Analyzer tool by Free Engineer. This proprietary software will score your bill with algorithm put together by our engineers with many years of experience. So how does that work then? So if I just bring you down here, this is the outcome of the tool. Okay, so you can see viability reduction is a score that will gauge and assess based on your bill and your bill structure how much likely can you reduce and how viable it is to reduce that consumption and those charges. Okay. Now, can I just start off with you on a simple, quick example here? So pretty much, I'll show you an anonymous bill. Okay. So this is actually a real bill for one of the sites without any details, obviously, but just want to show you here. That's the first page of a typical electricity bill for commercial or industrial sites. And then if we scroll down here, you can see that this is a breakdown of the charges. So energy charges, network charges, renewable energy charges, and other charges or regulated charges. That's pretty much the typical breakdown of a commercial bill. Okay, so you can see it's fairly complex, and I can understand why a lot of commercial and industrial clients of ours struggle to see how this works and what they can do to reduce that. So on this one, for example, the client might have said, hey, look, I'm only paying 4.6 cents per kilowatt hour, or 4.9 cents per kilowatt hour, including the losses. That doesn't sound much at all, does it? And you would think that, well, I can't do anything, solar panels or power factor correction, nothing that would really help me, so it's not worthwhile to look into it. Now, if we sort of use our software, the special software, basically what I've done, I've transferred some of those relevant charges into this. It's very simple. So just put in those numbers in there under network charges, retail charges, and the other charges. Okay. So you can see there the total blended rate for the peak sort of rate is actually 9.12 cents. That's very low. However, we need to also analyze the demand charges. Okay. So we can see there power factor data in this case is not recorded on the bill. Sometimes they do get recorded there, but in this case we had to consult the input data, and Free Engineer can actually help you to liaise with the energy retailer to get the right data for you. So based on this analysis, we can see here that 62% is the score that we can put on this bill, meaning that 62% of chance we can reduce this bill in terms of viability. Okay, so pretty much just to show you what the score means, if it's more than 50%, the chances are there will be some energy saving opportunity. If it's at least 60%, then there will be great opportunity to reduce costs considerably. And if it's more than 70%, or at least 70%, then energy reduction is a no-brainer, and doing nothing would really cost you a lot of money. Okay, so that's the fundamentals of it. So that's that. Now, the interesting thing about this site is due to the recent energy crisis, particularly in Victoria, within 1 month, the bill jumped onto much higher rate. I'll show you what it is. So now this is the new rate. As you can see here, the main differences that we can see is from 4.9 cents, the rate has gone up to 13.5 cents almost per kilowatt hour in terms of the peak rate. So that is a big jump. Now, it would be interesting to see how that affects the bill analyzer and the viability to reduce that. Okay, so if we go 13.49 here, and just keeping all the rest the same, they wouldn't change that much usually. Now you can see here that the score has gone up to 77%, which means that for this particular client, energy reduction is a no-brainer, and it needs to be done immediately because doing nothing is actually costing them a lot of money. Okay. Now, what can we see there? Now you can see that the blended peak rate has gone up into the low category. Okay, and what that means is now solar power could be a very good opportunity here to reduce a lot of their bills. And secondly, here you can see that the demand charges is quite significant. And what that means is they would still benefit a lot as well from power factor correction, okay? And hence the 77% score. So that would be a couple of examples there. I just want to show you a simpler example, which is another bill that we have here. So this one here is a smaller consumer of electricity, which means they usually fall under different tariff. And this one here is fairly simple. So the first page obviously was just the summary page, and then you've got the breakdown here. So I just want to take you here on this page there. So you can see the main charge here is the peak charge, which is 28.61 cents per kilowatt hour. Okay, and there is no breakdown of network charges and environmental charges because it's a small consumer. Okay, so this would be much simpler to analyze. So if we look at that, I've done that prior to me starting this video. Peak charge of 28.61 cents. Okay, so that would classify that under high energy rate level because the blended peak rate is 28.61 cents. Okay, and we can see here the score is very high, 98%, which means it's very, very viable to reduce these costs and consumption. And pretty much this is, again, a no-brainer for the client to immediately do something. In this case, the best solution has been found to be solar power. Okay, basically this is how we use this really powerful tool. Okay, so please talk to us, free engineer, or one of your free engineer contacts so we can sit down with you. All we need is probably 5 to 10 minutes to sit down and come up with an outcome or analysis for you. Okay, thank you.